You can see so many people in a party. So, what they all are doing here? They all are here to attend a wedding party. Students, wedding means marriage. Now, let's start reading this chapter. Many years ago, when Rumniya was a baby, Nana, Nani and Rumniya went to a wedding. There were hundreds of people at the wedding party, most of whom were near the food. So, this story is all about a little girl, Rumniya. Here, she was enjoying with her grandparents, holding the hands of her Nana, and as you can see, she was standing beside her Nani. Now, at that party, there were a lot of people and they all were near the food. That means they all were enjoying the party and they were eating their food. And there was a little girl among them, curiously observing everything. Students, lots of people meet their friends and relatives at the parties. And it is obvious for them to get involved in the conversations. Here, in the second picture, you can see someone asking Nani, "Where is Rumniya?" And in the third picture, you can see Nani is enjoying her food and drinks and she is not feeling worried about that little girl. Students, that is what happened there. Everybody was busy in their conversations and suddenly a lady realized that Rumniya went missing. What they realized? Yes, they realized that Rumniya was not there. They all were so involved in their conversations, वो इतने बातें कर रहे थे सब लोग, that they didn't notice when she was lost. वो कब चली गई किसी ने नोटिस नहीं किया. No one noticed the little girl was left behind somewhere or she had gone herself. Everyone got worried and started looking for that girl. But here, Nani was very calm. Students, calm means relaxed. Nani always feels that everything will turn up and turn out right very soon. So, Nani did not feel worried. Turn up means to be found. Nani had a belief when something is lost, it gets found out at last. So that's why she doesn't feel worried. Actually, what happened there, Rumniya was not lost completely. She was just separated from the group. She was separated from Nani. Even in this situation, Nani maintained her calmness because she was sure that everything would be all right in the end. Rumniya was quite worried. Worried means thinking that something bad might happen. She was worried and not as hopeful. You see, she was only 2.5 years old. Here, Rumniya had realized that she is lost. So, she got scared. Scared means afraid. Dar gayi. Because she had no idea what to do in this situation. Because she was just a 2.5 years old little girl. She was quite worried and not as hopeful as Nani. Because Nani knows if something is lost, it can be found out. उन्हें लगता था कोई चीज़ खो जाए तो वो अंत में मिल जाती है. Like in this picture, here Rumniya says, I can't see Nani. Rather than doing any silly baby like things, silly means foolish. Silly baby like things like crying, Rumniya started thinking, how should I find Nani in this crowd? Students, Rumniya started thinking. So instead of doing foolish things like crying, she was thinking hard for the solution. You see, she was a very small girl. We know her age, that means she was actually very little. And it was almost impossible for a little girl to find her Nani in such a crowd. Crowd means a large number of people in one place. Bheed. In that vast crowd, vast means extremely big, काफ़ी बहुत बड़ा. It was impossible for a small girl to search for people's faces. Although she was scared, but she was thinking that how she can search for her Nani. No one can find anyone so easily in a big crowd. And she was just 2.5 years old girl who was alone in an unknown place where she didn't know anyone except her Nana Nani. वो नाना नानी के अलावा किसी को नहीं जानती थी वहाँ. And even she was not able to see anyone's face in that crowd as she was that small. वो इतनी छोटी थी that she was not able to see anyone's faces. It was much easier to search for the right person by looking at people's feet, their shoes and sandals. In the next picture, you see Rumniya is saying, how should I find Nani in this crowd? So she thought of a way that she started looking everyone's feet, shoes and even sandals. She was a very smart girl because she was not crying. In fact, she started looking at people's feet so that she could find her Nani's slipper because she knew what her Nani was wearing. She knew that her Nani was wearing a brown slippers. She started from one end of the room. She checked the feet of every woman. So, from one end of the room, she started checking everyone's shoes and slippers one by one. And she was looking for those brown slippers. Then she came to a sari that was familiar and slippers that she knew. Familiar means well known to you. Sure enough, when Rumniya matched the face with the sari and slippers, it was Nani. Matched means tallied. उसने match कर लिया. Enough means sufficient. Now finally, she found her Nani by matching her slippers, sari with her face. So it was her Nani. It was a very smart move. She was happy and light that she finally found her Nani on her own without anyone's help. Rumniya, there you are. I was looking for you. Who said these words? A lady who was at the wedding with her Nani. See, I told you there was nothing to worry about. Whenever you lose something, you always find it. So, who says this? Nani. Nani was very hopeful that when you lose a thing, you always find it. And students, what we have learned from this story? That we should never lose hope in difficult times or difficult situations, and we should pay more attention to the solutions rather than focusing on the problems. हमें solution पर ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए, problems पर कम. Thank you.